41. Today is Jupiter Day. Jupiter, Jupiter, Jupiter. So I had started getting like downloads, of course, around Mars Day. And so y'all look, I've been doing my research, but I ain't write my notes down. So I just forwarded my notes to myself. Like I didn't write them, but I had them. So yeah, I like to do both. Tuesday is Mars Day. Um, Yesterday was Mercury Day, and today is Jupiter Day, and tomorrow is Venus Day. So it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, right? Then Saturn is Saturday, and Sunday is Sunday, which is merely Uranus energy. I don't know. So I feel like this whole week is full of surprises, full of synchronicities, like every other day, right? But today, well, the other day, I kept hearing those. It's the legacy. 16 Carriages by Beyonce. This the last thing I do. You remember me? I just feel like you have been in this energy of wanting to build. It's like a church right there. So churches could be significant because I find myself looking at it. Um, a lot of people is not like into church as how I don't know. Everybody's religion is different, so take it how it resonates for you. Um, I don't feel like y'all are really churchy people, but you understand the Bible. Damn. Okay, get into it, Spirit, because definitely the church is definitely significant. Because I got a few scriptures Tuesday, um, to kind of like put the puzzle together. Because I know the Bible, but I don't know the Bible like that. So that's why I'm saying like everybody is not church savvy. This is so funny, church savvy. Um, so I'm gonna go through my notes, but I'm still feeling like some energy is trying to come through. You could be seeing red birds, don't have to, or a lot of crows. I was seeing the crows earlier when I told my dad to watch my daughter because I was in the record. And so I was also getting the energy like somebody was stuck in traffic. So take it how it resonates. Hi, how are you? Um, but I got a lot of downloads that I was able to put together. So I'm gonna kind of do them. I really don't want this video to be too long, but I'm going to just go through what I see, okay? And so back to like the church aspect, we had the Chronicle of the Gospel, which was Mark's most significant act for Jesus, was authoring the earliest and shortest gospel. So he wrote this within like using the word immediately over 40 times. And so the number four talks about foundation and and I'm saying the four ones. So like whatever you are calling in or whatever it's like you're building on it at this time. With this, the missionary and the martyr aspect of this was following the resurrection. So Mark traveled with Paul and Bernard to spread the faith. He later found the church in Alexandria, becoming the first bishop to bring Christianity to Africa, where he was eventually martyred for his devotion. And so it's giving me the energy like even if you're not in the church, but if you're like on the side of the street, you're able to spread a word to somebody or shine light to somebody. And I wanted to know why the name Mark was coming through specifically, but this is because it was associated with Mars Day. And it's for its warlike energy, the Roman god of war, implying a meaning of dedicated to Mars or warlike. And so it was a common Roman given name popularized through St. Mark's. And so I used their lighthouse as this thumbnail. It's in Florida. With this, It derived from Marcus, and it was one of the most Roman given names at the time. And once again, it's associated with the author of the second gospel. When we think of gospel, I'm sure a lot of people like think of music. But when I hear the word gospel, it's like it can be your voice, it can be anything that's carrying the voice, right? And so I wanted to see the symbolisms of this to the Taurus because Taurus is ruled by the neck, and Taurus isn't Mark's symbol that belongs to Luke. But Mark is traditionally represented by the lion. So this would be looked at as the Leo. And so it's like you have the courage to speak your voice or speak your truth. Um, but I wanted to kind of go back on Luke's end. And so the bull is for Taurus, of course, and Luke. So Luke's gospel begins with Zechari, offering a sacrifice in the temple. And so the bull is the ox, was the primary animal of sacrifice, and it became Luke's emblem representing Jesus' sacrificial service. And then it brought up the Geminis. And so Gemini and Jesus, two natures. In some gospels and the stars interpretations, Gemini, which is the twins, symbolize the dual nature of Jesus, being fully God, being fully God and fully man. It represents the identical twins of this divinity and humanity united in one person. And so if y'all are into the Bible, if you take out the word Jesus and put your own personal name, I think you'll have a better understanding of life. And I feel like you are someone that kind of think like that anyway. And so it's giving me the energy that it says Gemini is a twin symbolize the dual nature of Jesus being fully God and fully man. So that means that everything that Jesus could do, you could do. I mean, even in the Bible, he says there will be people that do much greater things than I. And we're in that age now. Like, I don't give a fuck if you was born in the 50s. You were in that age. Like, where every time you incarnated in here, you were meant to do something great. Like, even if you start today, you started. Now, when you start, it's kind of hard for you to finish. And that's kind of where I feel like the Gemini aspect is coming through with the fully God and fully man. So finding the balance between not falling off. And if you do fall off, get back up and try again, right? So I was saying this Libra, in which is talks about the scales. It was 811 when I saw that. So I thought that was very beautiful. I got the energy of the apprenticeship, hard work, diligence, very skillful. And you're wanting to find the balance to, you don't want to tilt your scales. You want your scales to stay balanced at all times, but nothing is perfect. Um, but everything can work in perfection. And what I mean by that is if you can pay attention to why your skills are being balanced and you can stop it, it's like stopping a leak and being able to sail through calmer waters versus just saying panicking over the leak or panicking of what's going on. And it's not nothing to take lightly. Like if you can notice what's going on, change it. And a lot of times we know what's wrong or what's going on, but it's easier to argue or it's easier to panic about certain things. So I'm gonna leave it there before I get into the notes because I'm being called to pull from this oracle deck. So I do feel like your abundance is aligning with your energy, and maybe you're enjoying company at this time, but you're also feeling like it's a. I'm hearing a beautiful loss. So even though you may feel like it's a beautiful loss, um, it's actually the connection to a final piece. And so I remember talking about Saturn Day when we started, which would be Saturday. It says Saturn welcomes Turks and Caicos. You can with the commas. Oh, it say pack your bags. So maybe y'all are getting ready to go out of town this weekend. It's a need to play music more. You can like the piano, don't have to, but it will help you. Your first eye is definitely speaking to you. And we got Libra energy on the back. Thank you, Spirit. And so the 544 was the timestamp, which is giving the energy of I'm seeing the Hierophant, which talks about like non-traditional. You're sitting on wisdom, and maybe this is why a lot of people come to you for advice. You can have a sister, don't have to, but I see like somebody talk to their sister a lot, and it's giving the energy. You give a lot of people grace, but it's like it's a need to give yourself that same grace, and only you can change your scenario. 43 is significant. Um, Gangsta Boo Hard Not to Kill is a channeled song on the card. It says ancestral guidance. Your ancestors are trying to get your attention. Honor them. You could be seeing the numbers 3030 or 444. And this card talks about the crossroads. You could have recently lost a loved one, don't have to. But I'm hearing that song by Bone Thugs and Harmony now that I said crossroads. Red, white, and pink is significant, which is giving me your root chakra and your crown chakra is in alignment. But when it comes to your heart chakra, it's kind of like in that pink energy. Pink and green is the colors associated with the heart chakra. But at the end of the day, you're not trusting what the divine is sending you. It says divine protection. Something was blocked for your highest good. Trust the unseen. Four of Pentacles is the channel tarot for this card. It speaks about children. The colors black, brown, and blue is significant. And the angel number 3131. So with this saying like something was blocked, I feel like y'all haven't been, I don't think y'all have been using your sacral chakra. Maybe you ain't been hunching. Okay. So I feel like it was blocked so you could focus on yourself, focus on where you need to go. Um, I always tell you guys, if you're feeling frisky, you may need to create. Okay, so their creative energy and your sexual entry. Could about it. Oh. So yeah, that's so cute. Venice is significant. I'm $1 million girl for sure. Yeah, yeah. That's Trina. I haven't heard that song in a long time. I used to wear that song out. So the number 22 is significant, which is giving me titanium energy, and seven is significant, which is nitrogen. These are found on the periodic table. Jeep of Creepers is significant. So the number 23, and we were talking about five earlier. Your sacral chakra is definitely growing. Okay, we got the sun guard energy out in growth in reverse. So this is letting me know that you all have not been kind of active in that area, and you may have not even been active in your creative abilities. I'm also getting the energy of like a little zombie mode. So maybe you're finding yourself in a daze, or you're finding yourself just, I think you're trying to put things together, but it's like you're coming up short still. It says Archangel Metatron, your third eye, your first eye. I heard put some respect on my Your first eye is opening. First eye, throat, and heart is in alignment. So that'd be your first eye, your throat chakra, your heart chakra. Spiritual enlightenment is alignment. And you're increasing over the bullshit. So maybe some of you, OMG. Oh, okay, it told me to go to the third because I sent like 13 messages to myself because I didn't write them down, like I said. So it told me to go to the third one. So I was just gonna say, like I said earlier, that you all might be getting ready to go out of town this weekend. So of course St. Mark's, Florida is significant, which is like on the Gulf of Mexico. But they also have a St. Mark's Square in Venice. And I just told y'all on the Sun card, on the Sun God. Okay, so the Sun card is significant, which is number 19. And it's 855, so that is 18. But the card itself signifies that other one for the 19. And this card got 40 on it. And I just was talking about the four. So 444 is significant. So we had the four of pentacles, the four of wands, and then the 40 on this card. Let me see. So it's on the Mediterranean. It is the global home of the Saint Mark. When people think of it in the ocean, they usually think of the winged lion overlooking the water. That's what the voice is. Like, I thought that it'd be associated with Taurus, but it wasn't. He was associated with Leo. So the ocean is very significant. And that's why I was like, it's like if you had a leak in your boat, you would just if you're able to stop it and fix it, you can do that and just go on. And it says that the legend says that while Mark was traveling by boat, an angel appeared to him in the lagoon. And they said something, but I'm not gonna read that. And then I was getting the energy of a seven, but it was a seven upright and a seven in reverse. So kind of like the 69 symbol for Cancer. And it brought me to Cancer's energy. It's So the number seven is about completion and divinity. In the Bible, seven signifies perfection and completion, 7 days of creation, seven seals and revelation, but it represents the divine flow. In reverse, it represents the human response. So it's like you must just got on your spiritual journey between 4 or 5 years. Because it's like old keys do not open new doors. And it's like this is why you feel at a hot, or it's like it's the more that I want to prevail, something gets in my way. And so together 77 represents the fulfillment of genealogy. The gospel of Luke traces 77 generations from Jesus back to God. And I thought that was very beautiful because I didn't know that Luke was going to even come up. Only reason why we got to Mark is because it was associated with Mars Day. I got these channels Tuesday. I was supposed to record yesterday. I'm here now. Okay, child. But Taurus is Luke's emblem for the sacrificial um, for Jesus. And so the Gemini is that twin connection. And it's a two vertical lines, an upright and a reverse seven can form a gate or a pillar. That's the verb. It's saying black. I don't see it. So but I told y'all red birds and crows were significant when we started. And so this represents the duality, the two natures of Jesus, God versus man. And with the 69 energy for Cancer, it's just that emotional balance. And so I asked what was what is it, the Last Supper? I wanted to kind of look more into that because it established a new agreement between God and humanity based on faith and grace. And it's like that's the Bible that we know today. But that's not all, that hasn't always been the story. And it's like you're someone that you possibly know. I'm hearing the full story. And it may not be the full story, but you know enough to prevail. 2020 divine is significant. So that's just giving me 2020 vision. That's what I'm saying. You're able to see the cracks in the code because the Bible is just a tool book. And it's like if you know that, then you can operate better for yourself. It says, this love is sweet, the growth made room to swell. And that's beautiful because the growth card came out. Inside myself, I've sown beauty with wounds, which speaks of my immortality and the expansive internal song, softly blowing in spirit. I'm hearing that song. Am I dreaming? By Escape. But I heard Keith Sweat part. I love Keith Sweat. So that was not a red bird, but that was a red piece of paper. It was red and white. What card was that? The crossroads. So the ancestors are speaking. The red, white, and pink was the number. No, not the numbers. The numbers was 444 and 3030. And this card is number 19. Remember when I told y'all about the sun card? This is indulgence, and it came out in reverse. This is what I'm talking about, where I'm like, I don't think y'all have been, I think y'all just been in solitude. And y'all have been like to yourselves. Um, I'm also getting like a protective energy. Did y'all hear that? Oh, there's some more songs on this card. So Pinky Sweet, this one is Pinky Sweet, so it's white. And this one is Pirates Bay, and that's more on their water energy, right? Um, when I did this card, I wrote down their numbers. So Pinky Sweet equals to be a number 17, Pirates Bay equals to be a number 14. And then I was picking up on Purple Rain, Prince, because let me show you what I'm talking about. When I put these down, I saw this case for my contacts. And I was like, okay, so purple is significant. But in my head, I heard it and I was like, okay, cool. But Purple Rain started playing and I was like, that's why they were saying that the purple is significant. So 1105 angel number is significant for Purple Rain. Beauty Eye, which is the brand of those contacts, is 1107. And then I was hearing Sparkle by Cambio. That was at 1109. And then I saw the sitcom. I don't know if it's a sitcom. It's a series, okay? High Potential. I love that series. Oh my God, I love that series. Um, 1110 angel number is significant. And so the songs were Change Your Faces, Fooling Around, um, Rockin' That Shit by The Dream is significant. And then I wrote Diamond in Your Eyes. That's like their little brand thing. Because it's the box. Yeah, so their little thing is like diamond in your eyes. And so I just feel like maybe you're somebody, you feel that way about them or they feel that way about you. And a godmother is significant as too. And I heard a dog barking at the moment that I wrote. It was 11:12 on the timer. I said, this connection is a mountain with worth the climb and is structured. And then I heard dogs barking. And so I put on top dog barking. Don't Hurt Yourself by Beyonce is another song. And Penny for Thought and Jeepers Creepers, Get Into It Spirit. I remember earlier saying Jeepers Creepers is significant because like every 23 years, he was to come back, right? Um, and that's when we was talking about the 544, the Libra energy and trusting your windfall of energy. And that's what I'm saying. It's like your skills are being balanced, definitely in the cosmos, so the balance can happen in the physical, but you must help them. I don't know if you all were wanting to buy someone some shoes, but don't buy this person any shoes. Never buy anyone some shoes. Spiritually, it means that they're going to walk out of your life. So if you just have to get this person some shoes or want to get this person some shoes, give them the shoes if you want. And the recipient needs to give you a penny or something just in exchange for it. And it kind of dismantle the superstition. Um, but it's very much real. And we got 16 carriages right here. You could be a Scorpio, don't have to be, but water signs is coming through. More water energy. 888 is significant. Amethyst is coming through, which is intuition. Shout out to Miss Hunty. Okay. Clarity will definitely come through when you quiet your mind to hear your soul's wisdom. I'm telling you now, you could be in rush hour traffic and your spirit guides will be talking to you. Whether it's a song coming through the radio, it's a time on the clock, it's always going to be a way to hit the nail on the head, okay? You're someone that is dealing with somebody that wants space versus got space. And it's like you've provided a lot in this connection, but at the end of the day, it felt like what you were providing was not enough. And Spirit is saying, like, you don't have to worry about that once you get to the other side of the bay. Um, I was hearing you're in calmer waters in the river, but you're in like this transition phase. And so that's that leak once again, because I'm seeing somebody fixing it and then getting ready to go back to selling, right? Spiritual growth halls emotional balance. Normata Shiva Lingam is a stone that you possibly want to use or listen to its frequency, but this helps with your reproductive health and aids in chakra alignment. So I feel like this is more so for the um, balancing of your chakras. Because I was thinking divine feminine, but then I was saying something like, no. So she like, girl, there's nothing wrong with my reproductive system, okay? Yes, ma'am, Miss Ma'am. Focus on your healing. Spirit is helping you to recover. Your purest intentions attract the greatest blessings. And blessing is your birthright. You could be Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I know we had Taurus coming through. So Virgo is, I think those are the vows. So maybe you're feeling like a lot of good feelings, or maybe you feel like you gotta go to the bathroom all of a sudden. I think Virgo controls the bows. Gemini controls the shoulders, and Taurus has the neck. Everything I'm saying, y'all can Google and look up. Okay, if it ever get confusing. Um, heart chakra. You're feeling like you're in this void space when it comes to your heart chakra, and it makes you sometimes you could like the color red, or you see a lot of red, but it goes back to your root chakra because you need to establish boundaries, and your boundaries are not to be crossed. I just saw a bird. Boundaries are sown into the parts of you who are, for they are not, okay? And so this ties within your creativity. We are God's masterpiece. She has created us anew in her image so we can do the good things she planned for us long ago. Ephesians 2:10. October 15th is significant as well as the number 9. So last year, October 15th could have been significant for you. The universe is limitless and so are you. We got the star showing its presence with the number 17. Hearing Two Hands to Heaven by Beyonce. And that's like that Gemini energy with the two. Um, if you listen to the song, you'll see what I'm saying. As soon as I'm gonna go listen to it right now. The world is yours, okay? Two fingers and thumbs. Shawty, swing my way. Shawty, swing my way. That's Offset, but Offset redid that song. Swing My Way was a song like in the 90s by KP and Envy. I love that song. I love that song. But I like Offset version too. Yeah, it was a black bird, y'all. It's a need to face your fears. They hold no power over you. Something is coming in fast. It's your heart chakra. It's green here. So it's like once you cut off, well, once you establish these boundaries, then know that you are limitless and the universe supports your decision. Um, you're a star in your energy, and it's like you've always known this. You could possibly play football. I don't know. I'm saying football. I thought I was talking to a feminine, but I mean, feminine, masculine, it doesn't matter. Okay, hold on. Oh, it matters. What I mean by that is everyone holds the same energy. You have divine feminine energy, you have divine masculine energy. The reason why I thought I was talking to the stars because even if you're a man watching this, it's like your intuition has been speaking to you broadly. So your divine feminine energy is you got the green light, okay? That's why you feel illuminated. That's why you feel like you're shining, and it's beautiful energy. The number 44 is significant as well as the number 18 and the number 81. When I started, it was 18 seconds left on my microwave, and I start. cleared it so I could see the timer, and it was 8:44. Then it's 9:11 now. Now everybody knows that the Twin Towers went down in 9/11. It's another case that's going on with this Carmelo Anthony case. To me, that's giving Twin Towers energy as well when you look into the twins in that scenario. But for you all, I'm seeing, I mean, you could be born September 11th, don't have to, but I'm seeing that you're in balance. Whether you have had twins or you have twins, take how it resonates. But I just feel like that twin energy is energy within self. And that nine is closing out everything that no longer serve you. But nine is also about universal love because nine is the highest number we can go when it comes to 1 through 9. But at the end of the day, it's universal love. And so you could be a humanitarian, don't have to be, but you will be. I'm here. I know what I'll be. A whale. I love whales. A black and blue Camaro is significant, or it could be just black, it could just be blue, and the color's orange is significant. So this is just giving me the energy of your sacral chakra is finally coming online, your throat chakra is in alignment, and you surpass through the void. Anytime I see the color black, it's like going within. You did some shadow healing. You had to heal a lot of things that was. This card says sister. I remember talking about a sister earlier, but so maybe you helped your sister heal too. We got inner power coming through, angel number 431, and manifestation. That is so beautiful because this card is the number 23 and it's in reverse. That's back on that Jeepers Creepers energy. And so with this, it's just saying where you're going, you're going to be happy that you got there, but you must cut off something in order to gain something new. And I'm going to leave it there. Ciao.